Hey everyone, welcome to our webinar on what is coaching. We are going to take the next little bit to talk to you guys about what it is that we do as coaches. I'm Tara, otherwise known as Shorty. If you're paying attention in the chat, you may hear people say Shorty. That's my name in here. People just refer to me as Shorty. My name is actually Tara, and I I'll forever be Shorty. And I am joined today by Chiara and Carmelina, and the three of us are going to talk to you guys about how we fit coaching into our lives. So we are trying to do these calls a couple of times a month because I think that a lot of people, I know I did anyway, have a bit of a misunderstanding in terms of what I do as a coach, or they have no idea. So I really want people to know what it is that I do as a coach. Part of the reason why is because I had no idea that this even existed, that it was even a possibility, that it was even something that I would enjoy. So I just kind of want to tell everybody about it because I had no idea. So the three of us, Chiara, Carmelina, and I, are going to tell our stories. And we're hoping that through telling our stories, you can see a little bit of yourself in us and see that this could potentially be a possibility for you. I know for one that had I not jumped on a call like this 2.5 years ago, I wouldn't be sitting here. And when I get into my story, that'll make a little bit more sense about why it means so much to me. But that's why I think these calls are important, because I know for one that it really helped me solidify the decision to actually do it. There is nothing special. I mean, we are all special, but there's nothing special about Chiara, Carmelina, and I that, says to, yes, that is definitely a coach. Yes, Carmelina is definitely a coach. I can tell just by listening to her talk. There's nothing special about us. We are everyday ordinary people, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. But before we get into kind of the nitty-gritty about what it is we do as coaches, how we earn an income, what does it look like in terms of everyday life and how we fit it in, we're just going to tell you a little bit about ourselves so that you can hear our story. So I am 41 years old. I'm going to be 42 this year. I have two kids. My daughter's 13. My son is 11. I'm married. I have been married for almost 16 years now. My husband and I met when we were 17. It's been a really long time, like a really long time. But that's our life. I am a full-time lawyer. That's what I do. I basically got out of high school. I was raised in a family where money was a big deal. Material things was a big deal. It was always, I danced competitively when I was younger, and it was, you can't be a dancer. There's no money in that. You can't do that. There's no money in that. You have to get a corporate job. You have to be able to support yourself. You don't want to be relying on somebody else. So it was, doctor, lawyer, some sort of corporate job. So I thought that's all there was in life. And so I finished high school, and then I went to university, and then I finished university and I went to law school because my dad said, you should be a lawyer. And I didn't really give it a second thought. I just thought that's what I had to do. And it was based on how I was raised. And then I got married, and then I had kids, and then I was a lawyer. I mean, that's who I was. That was my identity. I was mom, I was lawyer. That's it. And I didn't have a big circle of friends. We hung out with my husband's friends. I mean, really, honestly, it was just checking off the boxes in life of what I thought you had to do as a woman. Not even just for me, but like as a woman, I thought that's what you had to do. So that's what I did. And I really didn't have time. I didn't have time to exercise because I had my full-time career and it took up a lot of my time. It's a stressful job, massive high stress. And so when I wasn't in the office, I was at home doing my work. I mean, that's what I was doing. And I worked through my mat leaves, both of them. So it was throw my daughter in her Jolly Jumper, or throw her in her playpen, or throw her wherever I could throw her where she wouldn't roll around and like roll down the stairs. And I would work like that's what I would do. And I didn't really get to enjoy my mat leaves at all. And I did the same with my son. And we would travel on a budget, right? Like, yes, I was earning an income as a lawyer, but I had massive school debt that I had to pay off. So it was go on vacation, find the cheapest 3.5-star hotel that you could find, and That was life. And that's what I thought the rest of my life was going to be. And by accident, I was introduced to Beachbody. And it's just, I say by accident, maybe it's fate, but it was by accident that I was introduced to it. And I said no immediately because I did not like to exercise. I didn't have time. My job's too busy. My kids are too young. I can't get to the gym. I don't like the gym. It's germy. I'm a bit of a germaphobe. I don't know how to use the machines. They scare me. So when it was this individual approached me about the fact that she was doing Beachbody, she wasn't a coach. I said, no, thanks. Not into it. But I soon realized that health-wise, I was not healthy. My cardiovascular health sucked. I wasn't overweight. It's not like I was looking to lose a ton of weight. I just wasn't healthy and I wasn't happy at all in where I was. I didn't know what happy was. I mean, I didn't know what I wanted. I just knew that where I was at was not something that I wanted to do moving forward. I didn't want to be unhealthy. My dad lives an unhealthy lifestyle. My mom had an eating disorder when I was growing up, actually for the majority of her adult life. And I knew that I didn't want that. And I had a daughter who was 10 and I didn't want that for her. I didn't want her to feel like she had to be unhealthy or that she should be too busy to put herself first. So I decided to do these home workouts because they seemed like they would fit into my lifestyle. I honestly didn't think I would stick with it. 1,001%. I was like, I'm not going to stick with this. But I did, you guys, I did. And I just, it worked for me. I could work out when it suited me. I didn't have to bring my kids to the gym, daycare. I didn't have to touch the dirty gym equipment. Like I could do it when it worked for me. And that's what I liked about it. 6 months later, I had built the confidence to actually bring my workouts on my phone because I can bring them with me wherever I go to the gym at our trailer, like our beach house. And it was there that really my journey started. And I met a couple, again, call it accident, call it fate, call it whatever you want to call it. I met them and they are the ones that introduced me to the coaching opportunity. Um, one of them is on this call. Shalene is on this call. And I thank God every day for that moment in time because if it wasn't for that moment in time, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have realized really what this opportunity was and what it could do for me, how it could make me feel. And really, that's what it's been for me. I have a good job. It's a busy job. It's a crazy job. I said no when I was first approached because I was like, how in heaven's name am I going to fit that into my life? There is no way. And it wasn't until I jumped on a call like this and started to hear other people talk about how they work this business in their corporate job, working 60, 80 hours a week, and then fitting this business in. And that really it was just talking about our experience with how these workouts fit with our lifestyle, what it's done for us, which I was already doing, guys. I was already telling my coworkers, hey, you should do these programs. They're amazing. Like I was already doing that. So why not share it with people and earn a little bit of extra money? Enter my husband, who is self-employed and was running multiple different businesses at the time. And one of them, his main one, he had a situation and his income significantly dropped. So we were a 2-income family. I earned a good income, but we built our lifestyle based on 2 incomes. And when one of those is gone, it doesn't matter how much money I make, you build your life based on 2 incomes. So when one is gone, like, oh my goodness. And I thankfully had started this business a couple months before. And so I had another option to bring money in, which actually kept my daughter in her competitive dance classes. I was going to have to pull her out because that was one of those expenses that was going to have to be cut because one of our incomes was gone. So again, I started when I started. Call it fate. I don't know. I'm glad I didn't keep saying no because it kept us afloat. It kept my daughter in her dance classes. And fast forward, it got me through some of the most difficult times in my life, not just the workouts, but the community of coaches. A lot of them are on this call right now, and they got me through such a tough time in my life. So it goes way beyond just being able to get some income into your household to keep your daughter in her dance classes. It has given me a group of friends that I never really had. It's shown me that there was something else that I could do with my life that made me feel so much better about myself than being a lawyer, which was a job that I thought I had to do. And if I didn't have this opportunity presented to me, I never would have known that there was another option for me in my life, that there was something that could make me feel so much better and give me so much passion and purpose and friends, and we'll get into that. But um, I'm just forever grateful that the things played out in my life the way that they did, and that I didn't say no, and that I didn't, keep my guard up, which is something that I did my entire life. Like, it was just, my guard was always up for every new opportunity, every new thing. I thought I knew what it was. I thought, I was like, I know what that is. Forget it. I'm not going to do it. Forget about network marketing. Like, ugh, network marketing. Like, my dad said it was a scam my whole life. My aunt did a network marketing business, and it was, again, what was told to me. I did in my life what I was raised to do, but not really what I wanted. So this is the one thing in my life that I can say that I am doing because I want to do it. This is the one thing that I got to choose in my, other than obviously my husband, but this is the one thing in my life that I got to choose for me, not for anybody else, right? I love my children, but this is for me. So hopefully that kind of helps you see. Is it hard? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, it's hard to fit it into my full-time life, but I make it work because we make time for the things that bring us so much joy. So I realized when I started this business how much time how much time I was actually wasting in life, like watching Netflix, playing Candy Crush. Oh my God, playing Candy Crush. I used to spend so much time in that game. It was so bad. But all this extra stuff that I was doing that really it wasn't doing anything for me. And I didn't realize how much time I really had until I took on this business and had to actually work it like a business. And throughout this virus, my husband, again, he can't work. It's kept us afloat because his income was gone. So based on when I started, I was able to build a really good business, which has carried me through the past almost a year since this whole thing started. So so many things have just played together in my life that have worked for me, and I won't stop. And some weeks are crazy. So this past week was crazy. It did not go as planned, and I was running around like crazy, and I had to make sacrifices. But it was all worth it. It's all worth it at the end of the day to just feel good about yourself and to know that I am showing my kids that they can do something that they want to do, that is not chosen for them. Do something that makes you feel good. I want my daughter to see that. I want my son to see that. And they are. And every time I see them do something or hear them do something that is something that I've done, like they're following me, something that I've modeled, it just lights me up so much because I think you're so young and you are building those habits now. And I'm just, again, I will say until I'm blue in the face that I'm forever grateful for the way things played out for me. So I'm going to pass it over to Chiara and let her tell her story.
So I'm gonna mute myself here. Hi everyone, welcome to this call. First off, I want to thank you all for being here because I know Sundays are a valuable time and all personal time is valuable. So thank you for taking this hour to be with us, Carmelina and Tara. We really appreciate it. We've been prepping this call because, like Tara said, we know how valuable coaching has been to our lives that we want to share it. And it's almost like, now I look at it like when I'm messaging people about the coach opportunity, I used to look at it like, oh, I'm going to bother them with this message, when really now it's like, you know what, if I'm not sharing how it's impacted my life, then how do I know that I can't help someone else in their life when they really may need it and they don't even realize they need it? So I've just rewired the way that I think about this business and about network marketing, like Tara said, because we are trained to go to school to get an education and to get a job that, you know, like Tara says, she's a lawyer, I'm a dental hygienist. So we are trained to work for someone else. When really, if you stop and think, there's so many opportunities out there that, like this one, if you don't know and if you don't educate yourself, you won't know if it's for you. So I started with Beachbody like years ago when Power 90 came out, which is by Tony Horton, who I love, and they were on DVD. So I just did my thing at home. I've always been a home workout person. Like I have joined the gym. I even paid over $3,000 for a personal trainer, and I can't blame the trainers, just wasn't for me. So I've always had success with at-home programs. So fast forward to 2019, I signed up again. I had my son, he had just turned 1, and I said to my husband, that's it, I need to do something again, I'm joining Beachbody again. So what did I do? Went on beachbody.com, I signed up. You're automatically assigned a coach, which I didn't really know, like Tara had mentioned. I was assigned a coach in the States. I connected with her here and there, and that was it. I continued to do my workouts. I was posting my workouts on social media, tagging Beachbody, tagging all these things, not even realizing the whole community out there of coaching. So Tara had reached out to me and, you know, kind of said, oh, I see you're doing the workouts. That's great. We kind of built a connection. And then, you know, I had built such a connection with her that I thought, I want to be on her team. Like I want to be with her. And she had reached out to me and said, you know, you should coach. You're already doing it. And I was like, no, it's not for me. I don't have the time. Like, no, it's not for me. And I kept just pushing it off and pushing it off and pushing it off until one time she did message me again. And I thought, okay, I'm already working out and I love them. I'm already posting because I enjoy posting and sharing my story. I'm already helping people. Why not do it and earn an income from it? So I did. And it scared the bejeebers out of me. I thought, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, how do I remember saying, Tara, okay, I've signed up, but what do I do? Now, what do I do? Where do I go? Who do I message? What am I doing? And she guided me completely through it. And each and every single day got better and better and better. And I felt more comfortable in my skin, and I didn't care about posting. And I thought, you know what, this is great. And people were messaging me saying, you look so great. Like you're exuding confidence and you're radiating. And I thought, this is amazing. So it gives you more of, more empowerment to keep doing that. So I became a coach. I stuck with the programs and I started seeing results, got people to join me. So honestly, coaching has truly been the greatest thing that I've ever honestly done. I could truly gratefully say that. It's helped me with my kids. Like this morning, I posted my workout. Today's a rest day in our program, and I actually wanted to work out anyway because I don't even just do it for the physical aspect. I do it for the way it makes me feel mentally. And my daughter, who's 4, joined me. And she's like, Mommy, she knows Autumn. Like when Autumn comes up on the screen, because I do it on my laptop, she goes, there's Autumn, Mommy. There's your trainer, she says. So she, and I don't even tell her, like, she just knows that it's part of my life. Like we'll wake up in the morning and she'll say, Mommy, are you going to exercise now? And like Tara had mentioned, those are the things that I want my kids to know, that it is about living a healthy lifestyle, and they lead by example. So if I'm not doing this in my life now, then they won't know that it's something important for them to do as well. So that is why I started coaching, because it was time to give back to me and to really focus. In order for me to give back to the people in my life, I have to be focused on myself. And it isn't a selfish thing to do. It isn't selfish for me to want to give back to me every single day, because I should be giving my time to my kids. I am giving my time to my kids, and I'm almost doing it in a better way now because I'm happier. So that is why I coach, and that is why I share my story with everybody.
Thanks, Chiara. Awesome. And it's so true. Like you were so scared, and it wasn't actually until you started coaching that you stayed consistent with your workouts. Like I was constantly like, are you working out? And you're like, oh no. But now you've been so incredibly consistent. I've loved it. Okay, Carmelina, can you share your story with us?
Sure, I'd love to. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be on this call with all of you. I found, or I should say, Beachbody found me. Tara found me at a very kind of difficult time in my life. I had been through a very nasty separation. Not how I wanted to do things, but you know, that's how they were. And I had really, really lost myself through all of that. Like my whole world had changed. I was so stressed out that I had to take time off of work as a teacher, which I love. I love my job as a teacher. So that was really hard for me. You know, there was lawyers, there was court. I was told like when I can't be a mom to my kids because they had to leave and go to their dads. I had to sell the home where I spent my entire life as a married woman and raising my kids. I had to give that up, and I just didn't know who I was anymore. I lost myself completely. And that process of getting out of that horrible toxic marriage with a narcissist was very difficult, and it is still to this day. So I'm so grateful that um, um, I have these workouts and I have this business to keep me healthy mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. It's been like a game changer for me on every level. And you know, when Tara approached me, I was still in the process of finding myself. I was 39 years old, living in my parents' basement. It's not where I imagined I'd be at 39 years old after working so hard. And I always feel grateful for what I have, but I was like kind of hating where I was in my life and everything that I've been through. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. And I did not have a lot of love for myself. And so this journey for me and running my own business alongside these amazing people have really helped me like find myself. And when I say I found myself, I found parts of myself that I didn't even know existed. I was a very different person a year ago. I did okay with the workouts, but I kind of signed on as like it was a backup because I had found other things to kind of get me through. I was like big into like hot yoga. That became like my lifeline, my breath. I was doing kickboxing. So one was like an emotional like release of sadness. The other one was like anger and punching. And I loved these things. So I had those, but I was like, it would be nice to kind of something in the background or as a backup when I can't make those two things because they run on a schedule. So I kind of dabbled and I did okay. And I couldn't finish the program that I started with. So I felt like a complete failure. I messaged Chiara and I was like, I failed. I couldn't do it. I didn't do those 100 workouts in 100 days. I'm awful. I'm horrible. And she's like, that's okay. Like you will get there. And, you know, just everything that a coach does. She encouraged me. She got me kind of back up and going. And then my life started to take a different turn for the better. And I bought a beautiful home for me and my two kids and started to kind of generate some of that money that I lost through that separation. And we were here in our beautiful home for like 4 months, and then like boom, COVID hit. So just as I started to find myself, like all like the floodgates opened again and I started to lose myself through more changes because I wasn't adapting to the change. I lost, you know, connection with family and friends because we were in lockdown. I lost my yoga, lost my kickboxing, couldn't work the way that I wanted to. My ex was just completely out of the picture and dumped everything on me with the kids. And that was a lot of pressure for one person. And that's when Tara reached out and got me back, and it changed me so much that I really started to love who I was and what it was doing for me. And I just needed to share it with everybody. And I was showing up as my best self for me and my kids. And even they saw a difference. My family saw a difference. And I started to embrace everything that had happened to me in the past and where it took me, because my life is so much better now than it was, you know, because I thought I lost so much, but really what I gained so much. And so thank God that Tara was persistent and she reached out to me. And then she had mentioned the coaching and I was like, this girl thinks I'm gonna coach. Okay. And like literally used to like just like never imagine myself doing any of the things that I'm doing, but here I am and I'm so blessed. And now I just want to share it. I just want to get as many people on board because I never want any woman or man, person to go through what I went through and to really hate themselves that much. It's awful. It's an awful thing. So blessed that coaching is a part of my life.
Guys. Okay, I don't know if you guys were watching. You're probably like really intent on Carmelina, but I had the biggest smile on my face. And I'll tell you why. It's because hearing Carmelina talk about the things that this has done for her, and to know that I was a part of that, that's what this is all about. I would love for everybody to feel that feeling, to feel the feeling of hearing somebody say the things that Chiara and Carmelina just said. Hearing somebody say that you helped me change my life is the most rewarding feeling. So every time I'm tired and I don't want to work my business because I've worked all day long at my full-time job, or my kids are driving me crazy and I just want to retreat and go to bed at 7 o'clock at night, but I know my business is waiting for me. These are the moments that keep pushing me forward. These moments right here. And I love that you guys got to be a part of that because, okay. I could cry. I'm going to share my screen. We are going to get into a little bit more of the technical side of things, because I'm sure that that's a lot of what you guys want to know as well. How do we work this business? What is it all about? So I'm going to share my screen here. Hopefully this works. Sometimes it doesn't work for me. Here we go. Okay. So I'm going to take you through, Carmelina, Chiara and I are going to take you through and kind of tell you a little bit more about behind the scenes. What is this all about? Like, what are we really talking about? All right, guys, it's no secret that this is network marketing, okay? So I want you to, for just this call, put aside any preconceived notions you have about what you know about network marketing, what people have told you about it, and just hear me out. We are not salespeople. I am the worst salesperson there ever was. One of the reasons I said no initially, I'm like, I can't sell anything. Yeah, right. We don't sell anything. We share. We share our experiences. You heard Chiara say it. You heard Carmelina say it. We're just sharing the things we're doing in our life and how it's making us feel. I don't pressure anybody to do anything. We don't pressure anybody to do anything. We're just sharing an opportunity that people may not have known about because we didn't. So if I'm not sharing, other people may be missing out on an opportunity that could have an impact on them. We're not experts. I had no idea what I was doing. You heard Chiara say it too. I had no idea when I first started. I probably messaged Shalene 1,001 times because I had no clue what I was doing. Like, this is a lot. But I learned as I went along. Guess what? I did that in my full-time job too. I had no idea what I was doing when I became a lawyer. I went to law school, still had no idea what I was doing when I became a lawyer, because what you learn in law school is not what you do as a lawyer. So you learn as you go. The great thing is that we have a whole community of people who are there to guide us along. Whereas when I was a lawyer, the senior lawyers in my practice were too busy for me. So it was like sink or swim, you're on your own. So I love that I didn't have to be an expert in this. Not a salesperson. I don't want to sell anything to anybody. I just want to promote what I'm doing that is working in my life. I don't have a degree in this. I had to get a degree. I had to pay a lot of money to become a lawyer. I did not have to invest that same amount of money in this business, yet I can take this business way further than I can take my legal job, because there's a ceiling in my legal job. And to earn the types of income in my legal job, I'm the lawyer, insert legal disclaimer, what you earn in this business is based on the effort you put in. But I know that the potential, because it's my own business, to grow my income is massive without even getting an education. I don't have a certification, nor do I need one. I am not a personal trainer. I am not a nutritionist. We have them on our team, which is super helpful. But I don't have any certification. I am just supporting my clients and helping them along their journey where they might fall down. I'm just there to support them through. I'm there to keep them going. I'm there to keep them pushing towards their goals. We don't have to have the perfect body or goal weight body or any sort of, typical body to become a coach. We're all different on our team. We're different shapes, sizes, ages, backgrounds, like we're widespread, you guys. But you don't have to be a certain kind of person. I think a lot of people feel like they have to look a certain way. I've heard so many times, oh, well, let me just finish the first program first, or let me just see results first. Let me just lose this much weight first, and then I'll become a coach. Oh my goodness, you do not have to do that. They don't want perfection. It's really hard for me because people see what I do and they say, I can't do that. People want to join you along your journey. They want to be part of it with you. They want to go through the motions with you. So embrace that. Don't wait to start. Do it. Do it. Say yes, just do it, because you'll find that that will help you actually stay focused on your own journey as well, because you know you're going to be doing it alongside somebody else.
Okay, so our team goal. So we are people, let me start again. We help people live their best life to provide them inspiration, accountability, and resources. So when you join, like I said, and you feel like you're in limbo, you're not. When you join as a coach, you are added to our team, and we have group chat. So any question you have, you are totally not alone. You can ask anything. Any coach is willing to help, and that's the beauty of it. You become like our virtual BFF, basically, where we help you create your goals, because sometimes you don't even know what you really want and you need a little bit of guidance, and we are there to help you. And then we just want to help people embrace their overall health and wellness of their life. And sometimes, you need a little boost. You need someone to tell you that it's okay, you can do this, and you're not alone. And like Carmelina said, the worst thing is to have to go through a dark time in your life and feel alone. And that's what coaching isn't about. We are there for all of our team members. We are there for our clients, supporting each other and really encouraging you to be the best version of you. And if I didn't have coaching, I wouldn't be where I am today in my success that I've had with this business so far. And I don't just mean physically, I mean just emotionally. Like, the team has been there for everything that I've ever gone through, and I'm forever grateful for that. So you're never alone. That's our goal. Is you will never feel alone in this team.
And it all starts with self-love. It's funny that I'm kind of speaking about self-love because this is something, when I started this journey, I didn't even have an ounce of it. But I can truly, truly say that this is the most I have ever loved myself. And so much so that I have to share it. I am going against everything I've ever believed about me and just going for it. And even if you already love yourself, you're going to love yourself even more, and then some. And then you're just going to feel so happy and full of joy that you want to share it. And the best part about this journey is that it starts with you. It's all about you first. Now, I've never been a part of anything like that. As much as I love my job as a teacher, um, that's like all these kids, all their parents, and then somewhere in the bottom of that is like me. And this is great because it starts with you, and you have to be at your best, and you show up as your best self every day by loving yourself, and you share it with everybody. And then as you start to share that love, it's like this ripple effect. It just carries through all these people, and then people start to see themselves in you, and they're like, what's going on here? And that's probably why you're sitting on this call, because something that someone said or did or that you saw sparked an interest, and you're like, and the little light bulb went off. So I'll talk more about that on the next slide. So you first, most important thing. And the best part is that, while you're working on yourself, you get to help other people. So it's about you, but in the process, you're inspiring and you're showing up as your most authentic self. You're being real, and people love that because they want to see not just what's going well, they want to see everything behind that too. And that's really, really important. So you first, and then you just show up. This is so it's easy in a sense because it becomes such a big part of who you are that you're just living it, and it's so easy to share because it is a big part of who you are. And people will start to see that it's genuine, sincere, and there's so much passion behind it, and you will inspire somebody and they will see your journey and you will reach out to them. And like I said, it just starts to spread and you will become this like this idea of hope and faith for someone who really could be struggling. Like what if Tara hadn't put herself out there and reached out to me? I don't even know who I would be like, I don't even know where I would be or what I would be doing, if I would still be like in my parents' basement, sad. And now this journey has really helped me to live in gratitude and share it and spread it with everybody. And the best part of this is that like you have so many resources. We all collaborate and work together. You never have to do anything alone. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. There is like a whole team of coaches by your side every step of the way to guide you. And that is like a true gift.
I was just talking to you guys and I was muted. All right. So this, I think, is a lot of what people want to know. Like, what do we do on a daily basis? One of the great things, and you've heard us talk about the resources that we get, one of the great things is that we have a checklist, you guys. This is just a snapshot of our checklist. This is our checklist of things that we can be doing on a daily basis to push our business forward. Do all of these boxes get checked off every day in my life? No, they don't. They don't. I have a crazy busy life. But I can tell you that in the top box, that's us, that's me, that's working on me. Those are always checked, unless I have a rest day. But those are always checked because I work on me first. The rest of it is all about making sure that we are connecting with people, inviting people to this opportunity, and just showing up. We just show up as us. We share our stories. If you're doing that, if you're reaching out to family, friends, if you're connecting with people, if you're inviting them to join you along your journey, you're going to run a successful business. And the fact that I have a checklist that I can just go through. I know I'm not a big fan of checklists. I went through checklists to get to where I was before I started coaching, but to have a checklist in my business, that means I don't really have to think about it when I have a million and one other things that I'm thinking about throughout the day. It makes things run so much smoother. I just fit all of these different things into different pockets of my day. That's all I do. I can't sit down for an hour in my schedule and do all of these things. Can some people working this business? Absolutely, they can. They're stay-at-home moms. They've been able to quit their corporate jobs to be able to do this business. They might be able to sit down for a full hour to work through this checklist. I have to fit it into my pockets of time throughout the day, so I break it up. The beauty of it, though, is that a lot of it can just be done in little pockets of time. 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 30 minutes there. That's the beauty of it. And that's how it works for me. Otherwise, there's no way I'd be able to run a business. I watch my husband run his business. He can't run his business in pockets of time of his day. The beauty is that I can. So I can have my full-time job and do this business on the side based on my schedule and when I can make it work for me.
Okay, so showing up on social media, this is what gets everybody. And anytime I ask someone to coach, they're like, I can't, I don't do well with social media. Am I on the wrong slide here, Tara? We're good? Okay, sorry. Yeah, so that's what I get a lot. They're like, I can't do what you do. You're so outgoing. That's just you. Like my coworker said, Chiara, you're just a natural. You're so easy for you to just hit like play on your stories and record. And to be honest, it wasn't at first. Yes, I'm that type of person where I don't really let what people think about me get to me. But everyone gets nervous to put themselves out there. Like ultimately, people are watching and they're judging, but that's natural. People are going to judge you, whether you're a coach or whether anything. That's just life. But when you build a foundation in yourself and you trust yourself to know that I might be posting myself out there and people might be watching and judging, but there might be those 10 people that are commenting saying, you've helped me inspire, change my life. that even made any sense, what I just said. But those comments outweigh the negative. So when you can kind of turn that fear of like what people are going to say off, you're laughing. And social media with this business, it's not like I'm branding Beachbody every time I post. Like I may post like me making my shake or whatever, but basically I'm showing up on my social media as Chiara. I'm not showing up as Tara. I'm not showing up as Carmelina. We feed off of each other. Like I get ideas from Tara and Shalene and whoever else on the team, but I'm ultimately showing up as myself. I'm being as authentic as I can be, and I'm sharing my day. It could be, you know, my drive into work, like what I'm listening on the radio, or like sometimes I take a break at lunch. I'll go in my car and I'll just chit chat on social media, but I'm showing up as me, and I'm relating to, you know, single moms. Even though I'm not a single mom, but I'm relating to single moms. I'm relating to like other dental hygienists. I'm relating to other people that have businesses too, because alongside coaching, I also own a balloon business. So it's just, you want to show up and be authentic. Like my Instagram didn't look like the Instagram now that I have, because now I have a goal. Like I'm geared towards my coaching, but it's still authentically me. Like when you come to my page, you can see that I'm working on me. And that's what social is about. Whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on Twitter, whether you're on Instagram, whatever platform you're using, you just want to show up as you. And then people will message you and say, you know, I can relate to you. Like, thank you so much for posting what you did today, because I can relate to you. And it doesn't always have to be about fitness, because my life isn't about fitness. Like I said, I'm a mom, I'm a dental hygienist, I'm a sister, I'm a wife. My life doesn't revolve around this, but I incorporate it in every little thing that I do. And that's sharing on social media. So I love it.
Guys, I didn't even have an Instagram account when I started coaching. I couldn't even tell you what a story was. I don't think I had ever clicked on stories, like had zero clue. If you see my Instagram when I first started, you would be like, what? Are you the same person? And that's the beauty of it. You get so much training in social media, and we'll talk about that, but thank God for that, because I've come a long way.
I was so afraid to do anything on social media that was like putting myself out there. But now I'm like, I love it. Now it's like, it's not easy, but it's just like it's come so naturally. Whereas before it was like so forced. So you just show up and I talk to myself all the time. And now I see it as like, now I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to all you guys. It makes me seem less crazy. Okay, what our team provides. Okay, so like it's this and so much more, but we'll start with this. Weekly team calls. And like this is so good for so many things, because it's not just about the information and what you're learning, but like it's just nice to come together, especially right now. Like we're in lockdown, guys. Like this is perfect. We get to connect, we learn from each other. I could tell you that I have haven't met half of the people that I see on these weekly team calls, but they have impacted my life in such a positive way. So that's amazing. And there's so much learning happening there, so many resources. You get training calls with your coach. And that's been a huge help. Sometimes just to have that one-on-one where you might have specific questions or struggling with something, because it's not always easy. Like I had a lot to overcome before I could really run with this business. And there's still little obstacles that come, but you have your coach, you have all of the coaches to kind of help you and push you through. Group Facebook chats. There's this amazing coach handbook that like has everything that you need in there. And there's links. It's amazing. Like if I need anything, I go there. And if I have any questions, I go to the coaches. Social media training. This is great because the only thing I knew how to do was post a picture of me and my kids. And now I've learned how to do reels, and you can have lots of fun with this. I post my workouts, I do stories. There's all these fun, amazing things that you could do that I had no clue how to do before. And the more you do, the more people see you. The more people see you, the more people that you can help. So that's awesome. Google Drive with tons of resources. I have never had to make anything up myself. It's all there. And then you just tweak it to make it more you. And my absolute favorite thing is the support in the community, because you could call up any single one of the people on the team, and they have your back for anything, whether it's about your business, whether it's about you or just life. um, you have a family. You have a family, and that is, for me, the best thing about all of this. All of it is the support in the community. So, oh, and we are, I have to mention this, that we are like, everything that you're learning comes from, like, everything gets passed down. So we are getting resources and learning from like one of the top 10 teams in the network. Like, that is crazy. Okay. You are never alone in this business. You are your own boss. You call the shots, you do what you want to do, but you have the support of everybody around you to guide you through when you need it. And you're your own boss. It's amazing.
I love it. I love that you said that we are a family, because my team is Fit Life, but when you join our team, you're part of the greater team Fam Jam. And Shalene is the co-founder of Fam Jam with her husband. And no surprise, they are my coaches and my mentors. But they really have created a culture of family. So I love that you said that, Carmelina, because that's what this is. You really do feel like you have another family. I have some of my very best friends on this team. And so, they say that family doesn't just have to be blood. So that's the reality on our team, and everybody is accepted for who they are and invited into the family. No one is excluded. So I love that you said that. Okay, guys, this is what a lot of people want to know. How the heck do we earn money? All right, there are 3 different ways that you can earn money in this business. I'm not going to get into I could talk about it all day, but the very first way that you can earn an income, the most basic way, is a commission. You help somebody start their journey, you earn a commission. Everything in the business has a commission attached to it. So if somebody enrolls with a membership with you and they join one of the challenges that you are going to be running because you happen to be doing that program and you just want other people to do the program with you so that you don't fall off the wagon yourself, when they enroll to do that program with you, you're going to earn a commission on that. The commission, it's massive, guys. It's 20 to 40% commission based on what the person is enrolling with. If they happen to use one of the products that we offer, I talk about my Hustle Juice, which is my pre-workout. I sucked one back before this call. I love it. But if somebody decides they want to have a pre-workout as well, you're going to earn a commission if they grab a pre-workout, right? So that's the most basic way. Here's the beauty of the business, okay? Because you can only talk to so many people in a day. Just like I can only see so many clients in one day for my legal job. I'm capped in my legal job. There's no additional income aside from the salary that I'm earning now. However, in this business, you have the ability to earn residual income. So you can earn income without doing a thing, okay? I don't take any money out of the pockets of my clients. I do not reach into their pocket and take money directly from them. My income is paid to me through the business, okay? So I'm not taking anything from anybody. The residual income that I earn is based on the company saying, you're doing a really good job. We're going to throw some extra money at you, right? And it's based on building your team. So when I invite people to this coaching opportunity so that I can help them build a beautiful side business to help them earn an income, the business says, you're doing a really good job helping these people develop an extra stream of income, helping these people feel good about themselves, helping these people get their lives back. We're going to give you this residual income and it's going to compound. Okay. I don't have to do any extra work other than continue to support my team and support my clients to earn that residual income. You also get team bonuses that are paid out. They can be significant, again, income disclaimer, but there are team bonuses that also get paid out, and they are also paid out based on the work that you're doing from the company. My clients don't pay me those bonuses. I don't take extra money from my clients. It is paid out from the company, again, saying, great job, okay? Do you know what I get in my real job, my day job, my legal job, if I do a good job? I didn't say anything. That's because I don't get anything. I don't get anything. My boss called me yesterday on a Saturday to just talk to me about a call he had with our client. I'm like, it's a Saturday, leave me alone. I don't get any extra overtime. I don't get any extra bonuses. He might take us for lunch for Christmas, which didn't happen this year because of COVID. So it's not that I'm working to get these extra things. It's just sometimes nice to get that little extra recognition. Makes you feel good. It makes you feel like the work that you're doing is having an impact so much more than you can even imagine. So it's just nice to get that extra money. And I'm not going to lie, it is nice to get that extra money from time to time. So there are 3 different ways to have an income stream in this business, and that's amazing. You can take it where you want it, right? You can take it and use the extra money to keep your daughter in her dance classes, or you can use it to build a significant full-time business where you can, if you choose to, quit your full-time job. There are people on our team who have quit their full-time job to be able to do this full-time and be able to do it successfully. So what you get out of it is what you put in. Hard work gets paid off in this business. Aside from that, I want to travel again, you guys. I love to travel. One of the things that I've gotten to do as part of this business, and I'm speaking to this slide because Chiara started just before COVID hit and Carmelina started during COVID. But one of the things that we get to do is travel in this business. There are conferences that you get to go to. Again, you can earn them. They get paid. I just had to pay my flights. I got to go to LA. That was actually the last time I traveled before COVID hit. And it was such a memorable experience for me. I had a blast. It was actually the first time I had ever traveled alone without my husband and children. And I'm telling you, it felt really good. There are team conferences or like network-wide conferences. Again, I had a blast when we went to Indianapolis. The last time we went was 2019. We didn't get to go last year. I've earned trips to Punta Cana, didn't get to go. Mexico, didn't get to go. Hopefully we'll go this year. Being together with this group of people who all have the same mindset as you, who all have the same vision as you. We're all doing it different ways. My vision isn't the same as Chiara's or Carmelina's or Shalene's or Emily's or Marie's, but we have a vision of living a life that we know we're meant to live, living a life that we want to live, and spending your time with people that have that same vision is so incredibly powerful. So I know that we're going to be able to do it in person again. Right now we're doing it virtually, and it's great that that the company allows us to be able to do it virtually. You can still build a connection that way, but I honestly can't wait to get back into a room with all of these. I'm seeing their faces and I just like want to just touch them and give them hugs. And just as an FYI, in all of these pictures where you see me, I didn't know any of these people before I started coaching, not a single one. And I just love them so much.
There we go. That's better. I thought I hit the button. So if you're willing to put in the work daily and set big goals, then this business is for you. There is absolutely nothing that you can't do. And I want to repeat that there is nothing that you can't do. Everyone is capable of doing this. Just like Tara said in the beginning, there is nothing special about me. There is nothing special about Tara, Shalene, nothing. We have just decided that we are going to show up every day in this business for ourselves and for our clients. If this is a commitment that you can make, then this business is for you. It isn't easy. I remember when I had started and I said to Tara, I'm getting a lot of no's, or people, go see me. And Tara's like, don't worry about it. A no means they're watching you. A no means that maybe just not right now, but in the future they will. And I can honestly say I'm almost a year into it. I have had so many clients sign up with me after watching me for 4 or 5 months because they had to see what I was doing, and I can respect that, because same with me. I said no to Tara however many times. You almost have to build a trust in the person. So you have to learn that it is daily work. It is a commitment. It is challenging, but so is everything else. Like my work as a dental hygienist, it's challenging. And like Tara said, I'm tapped. Like there's no room for growth for me. But this business, there is so much potential. And that is why I love sharing this journey and my story with everyone, because there are no limits. So if this is something that you can see yourself doing, and you came on this call, like Tara mentioned, for a reason, you were invited and something triggered you to say, you know, I think I want to listen to it. So soak it all in, take everything that we've said to you, everything that we just, you know, taught you, let it really sit with you, because there's something that you are able to give back to the people in your lives, and even people that you don't know yet that you might impact. So don't put limits on yourself, because that's something that a lot of us do. We have limits on ourselves and we tell ourselves that we can't. Erase those I can't and say yes. Someone in our business once said, say yes and figure the rest out later. Just do it for yourself. You don't know how beautiful this business is until you try it.
Just go for it, guys. That's all I can say. You know what? Every time I had to put myself out of my comfort zone, like if I thought too much about it, it wasn't going to happen. And I would just like click, go, send, whatever it was. And then you realize after, like, oh, that was pretty awesome. And then you just want more. Okay, so what now? If you are not a member, you are going to want to become one. So you're going to choose your challenge pack and get started with your journey. Reach out to the person that invited you here. Ask questions, get your hands on a copy of the handbook so you can see a little bit more about what's in there and learn a little bit more. We can definitely hook you up with that. And, you know, see if this is something that you can see yourself doing, and you're here for a reason. So I think that means something, you know, and I truly believe that you are put in the right place with the right people just at the right moment. And don't ever let an opportunity pass you by. I think to myself, you know, what I could have done with this, you know, a couple years before that, it doesn't matter. I'm here and I found all of these amazing people who are a huge part of my life. So just go for it.
Thanks, Carm. Okay, guys, I am mindful of time. I know I can say I'm going to be as quick as possible, but once you start talking about this opportunity with people, like you could just keep going. Like I could probably talk to you guys for another hour, which I'm not going to do. But if you normally, I was like, I'm going to leave time for questions, and then I didn't. If you have any questions about anything that came up today, please reach out to who invited you into this space. If you were invited by somebody, it was for a reason. They see potential in you, even if you don't see it in yourself. And that's how all of us coaches are on this call, because someone saw some potential in us. So reach out to whoever it was that invited you in here. Ask all the questions. I went lawyer on Aaron Shalene. Like I asked 1,000,001 questions before I said yes. Yeah, Shalene, yeah, I did. I asked all the technical questions. So ask questions, because you won't know until you actually ask the questions. And I can tell you with 1,000% certainty that you won't know what this business is all about until you actually start. So I hope that this helped you guys. I'm going to end the recording. We will have the recording available. If you wanted to catch this again, because there was something that we said that you missed, or you want to hear it again, reach out to who invited you in here and we will share the recording with you. Otherwise, thank you so much for your time, everyone. I know it was long. I appreciate all of you guys for being in here. Thank you, Chiara and Carmelina, for sharing your stories. I really appreciate that as well. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a good rest of your day.